Bonsoir, au revoir, and cheese de fromage. Good day, everybody. I apologize for being late. Life just sometimes gets in the way. Dennis, Kate, great oak record, great. John Maley, hey dude. Hello, Sue, Kay, Jansen. I'm late. I know. I had some tires given to me that will fit on the Volkswagen. So I spent the morning mounting them. And hey, Adam, I had to, I broke my stool. So I figured, well, it's Saturday. The shop's closed. Morning, Craig, or afternoon. Just the boys are in there right now. So I'm actually making and producing a video in the shop with some of the things I've been putting off. So we're having fun in there. I'm not going to tell you what it is other than we bought new tires for the Volkswagen. It goes in the shop, I think, on the 20th. And we're going to get the suspension all cleaned up and get everything ready to hit the road. You know what you missed, Bubbles? I just finished showing everyone my brand new Volkswagen RC remote control bus. And we jumped it 35 feet in the air and 70 feet long. Sorry, Jansen. No, I don't have any leads whatsoever. I stopped looking for stuff, so I don't really, unless it's jumped on my plate here. I had that ambo that was sale, but I mean, it was literally dropped off. And you know, Jamie, I was kidding about the RC stuff. Dude, come here. The little stinker has found a way under the fence. So I put logs in there, so I don't think he's gone. Let me check on my phone. Those iTabs or AirTags? AirTags are amazing. Oh, there he is. Hi, buddy. Stay. He goes, I don't want to stay here. He's too funny, that guy. All the boys are in the shop, too, so he loves the guys, eh? Oh, I did get a reply. That was nice of him. Okay. So, here's a scoop, okay, you guys? And, yes, I was pulling your leg. I have a very, very dear friend of mine. He is from Drumbo, not Dumbo, Drumbo, Ontario. It's near Woodstock, Ontario, and not the Woodstock that has the concert, but a different Woodstock, because there's a Woodstock everywhere. There's one in New Brunswick. Hang on, my coffee's bubbling over here, so there we go. Can you imagine what kind of coffee cup I might have? Nothing like a crisp, hot cup of coffee. And having dementia and forgetting what the hell I was just talking about. Jumps in, jumps back out. Anyways, yeah, that's what we were doing this morning. Just getting things organized for the bus. I have to be in a certain city, Port Hardy, where the ferry leaves, and the ferry takes off from Port Hardy, British Columbia, on the northern tip of Vancouver Island. And then I'm heading to Prince Rupert, and it's 22 hours on a BC ferry. So it should be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun. I should get a lot of footage. If I'm on there for 24 hours, well, I should be able to get some of the daylight. My friend, Sue. Yay, the dude. Your friend, question mark? Bonjour, Jose. Jose's out on the rampage. He's down southern Island, hanging out with the boho blue van, Lorene. The van style. What do you dislike when what happens? My friend. What friend was I talking about? Sorry, that one I'm totally lost. The ferry does, Adam, have sleeping accommodations, but they're probably all booked. I tried booking to get a reservation to get on the ferry for sure, but there is no more reservations left. I'm not sure how much the boat is actually reservable, so I'm taking my chances and I'm going up because as of May 1st, the price of it goes up $200, and right now, without my discount, it's already at 460, I believe. So I think I get on there for 360, something like that. I save $100. So I'm trying to get on that because as of May 1st, it goes up. So it'll be like $480 or something. There's no sleeping allowed on the lower decks. They allow you down there every 2 hours, I think it is. Just because one of their ships actually sank and there was people sleeping in their camper van down below deck. They thought they had the right head count, and I guess that they were missing two because two people snuck on board, so they went down with the ship. Adam. Oh, my friend in Woodstock. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Hang on. I'll show you why. What I have is giveaways. Okay. So my good friend in Woodstock, Ontario. What would I do without you guys? His lovely daughter has become not only an artist, but also a novelist. And she's written a book. And it is called The Adventures with Mortimer the Duck. Can you guys read that? Is that backwards or does that look proper to you guys? Anyways, his name on here is Willy Wonka. He's a good friend of mine. His name Peter. His daughter has written this book, and she sent copies to give away to you wonderful people. So if you guys have she had moved out to this farm, and they took on this duck. And the duck literally lived in the house with them and went around with them when they had to do the chores and started meeting all the other animals just like he was a dog or something. So she decided to write a book about this dog. So I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to give this away, but I'm not going to give away the books. But she drew all the pictures in here, did all the storytelling, and I have 2 hard copies to give away and 4 of these, though I might give one of them away to my grandkids, but we'll see. So we'll do that a bit later. I'll bring it up again. If you guys are interested in it, we're going to be doing the book. Margie, it's amazing. She's a great kid. So I met Peter in 2007 and in Woodstock. He came to meet me because I was not a YouTuber, but I was a blog caster and I was traveling across Canada in a Volkswagen van. And I happened to go into Woodstock to meet up with another blog caster. And we went there and we started BSing and we threw up a live feed. He drove from his house to come and meet me. And I've stopped in and seen him every time I go through Ontario again. We always pop by and hang out. He's a great, great, great man. So I just don't know if my kids are old enough for it. I think they're maybe in, we'll have a look. She didn't write how old they had to be. So yeah, we've been busy all morning. I had Wayne was up here. He'd come and hang out for a couple days. He helped me do a few things with the bus and with the Volkswagen. We're going to get things prepped and we're going to get things ready to go. I don't even know what day it is today. I have to look at my phone and figure these things out. It's 15th. So in 5 days, which is the middle of the week, I think it's what, Thursday or something like that, we're going to be putting the Volkswagen in the shop. They're going to be fixing my suspension in the back end. I have to keep looking out for that little brat. Oh, he's at the front gate. I'll get the suspension done. I need some brake looking at, and we're going to do a complete tune-up on the motor and have it all ready to go. And then again, as I say, we're heading up island. So 20th, then I got to pack it all up. So I should be on the road for a couple days in North Island and letting you guys see a bit of like, you guys come here. The guys want to see you. Come here. Right there. See? Hi, everybody. I'm being the guard dog out there. I'm taking care of all the cars that are parked out there and chasing all the bunny rabbits and making sure the birds don't land. And yeah, you're doing a great job, buddy. You are. Did you see the boys this morning? Were they happy to see you? Eh? Get your goop out of your eyes? Yeah, you're a good boy. Hello, Pixie. Okay, you can go. Jumps and wants to run out again. Rotten kid. Hit the like button down below. Thumbs up. So we'll be hanging out here for about an hour. I don't even know what time it is. So 11:45. We'll go till about 12:30ish. I'm gonna guess about. I do got to get this work done because one of the boys has a big job that he's doing on his car. I guess the transfer case or something went on his all-wheel drive Ford something or other. The other guy, one of the other mechanics showed up. He wanted to change his back brakes, but you don't need it. And the third mechanic showed up doing an oil change on one of his cars. So I took full advantage of having the shop without the owners around. Hope he's not in here watching us. Hello, the southern tip of Cape Town, southern tip of Africa. One school guy. I love how you have the play on words all the time, Shadow. That's amazing. There's my buddy Willie there. So Willie is the guy that has the daughter who has the book I was talking about earlier. We'll do a couple. What I'll do is I'll do one of the books this week, and then I'll probably do maybe a couple of the online books. These are kind of cool, eh? So I'll just mail these out to you. It's got a code up. Did you see that code? So they got a code on the back, so I can marry that out send it out to you. And then if you have the air tab type of thing, then you can put it on your books. That's what you do. It's all news to me because I'm old, right? Everybody say hi to Peter. That is Willy Wonka. That's the guy I was just talking about, who I see every time I go to Ontario. So what do you guys need to know today? I try to keep talking to keep things interesting. So somebody can ask me a question, I can go rattle off on it, and I can watch you guys slowly type in crap, and then I can choose what I'm going to be doing with it, and kind of lets things go. I did have a couple of cups of coffee already this morning, but then I went in the shop. I've had my water going, and just figured I'd sit down here and have another cup of coffee before I crack open a nice cold one. Where's Margie Margot from? Curious. Hello. Well, thank you. How's that for timing? And this detail you logged in. Oh, okay. Hey, Norm, how's it going? I didn't sleep in, buddy. I've been working. Look at these clothes I'm wearing. Look, they're all ripped to shreds. So I keep these clothes, the green shirt, my Weirdos Unite, and my crappy old pants, because they're all ripped to shreds. I keep them in the garage. So when I'm actually going out to work on things, I have a pair of crappy clothes, because I'm notorious for buying a brand new shirt and then wearing it and then getting it covered with grease and stuff. I spend most of my time on Vancouver Island in the winter. We usually head back here in August and September, spend October through April here, give or take. Because October is usually a good month here, so at least I get back to enjoy some of it. And then at the end of April is my birthday, and I usually celebrate it with somebody somewhere. This year, we're heading up to Prince Rupert, as you might have heard, on a ferry where my twin sister lives. And we're turning the big 6-0 this year. So, as for the Dickinson heater, no. There's not enough blow on it, right? So it doesn't throw enough heat. It might be better if I put it lower, but it is an ambient thing. It does keep everything nice. I just feel that the diesel heater, it's probably more reliable than some of the diesel heaters, but a diesel heater really circulates the air a lot better in it. I'm actually going to install one in here. I have an extra one that I got, and it's just a matter of pulling it apart, rebuilding it, and then finding a place in here to put it. So I can have the best of both worlds. I find my feet get cold in this place with this one here because the heater is so high. And it really isn't, because it's only maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet off the ground. I am an old hippie. I've driven Volkswagen vans for the last 23 years. My first car was a Volkswagen. I've had a few water-cooled Volkswagens, but that's water-cooled. We don't talk about those. But I think I'm a hippie at heart, maybe in a previous life or something like that. So Jansen, when's yours? At the end of May. Are you still a Taurus, or did you skip over and you're after the 23rd, I believe, and become a something or other? It was a good question. Hopefully I covered it in the best I could. I was going to say, how the heck do you know? I guess I've publicized it enough, haven't I? I don't like this shadow. Here we go. Let's try this light. Looks like I got a black eye. So, 6. I've had 13 Volkswagen vans, 2 Type 3 fastbacks, 2 Volkswagen Bugs, a Fox, and a Cabriolet Rabbit, all first generation. So, 47 people in here. What I wanted to address, one thing is, I really expect a lot of you guys to come in here and ask me how Kent is doing. And Kent is the guy with the skirt and the dogs. I just want to let you know that me and Kent have gone our separate ways. He's decided that, I don't know. I don't know what happened. You'd have to find out with him. But yeah, I'll say that the bridge was burnt, and I really don't want to walk back over it again. So I wish him well with all his injuries and in the hospital. I really, truly do. I just had some issues that popped up with him, and told him that I didn't like what was happening, and we haven't talked since. So I left it at that. And I've gotten a lot of comments asking about him, and I just, I all I can say is I wish him well, right? I hope that came across. I'll have to talk about it again, so you guys might get bored of it, because a lot of people changes around. Oh, Craig, 68. So that would have been a good year, right? Because I think they changed them in 72 when they started putting all this safety crap on them. See, Adam, I don't know anything about it. You guys will know more about Kent than I do. I don't watch his videos. I'm not keeping up on him. I did happen to get a text from somebody and heard about it. So I really don't know what's going on in his life. It's been a long time that I've talked to him. Last time I saw him, well, actually, no. Last time I invited him to one of my last gatherings. This is after I stopped talking to him, but I am a nice guy, and I'm like, well, he's a van dweller, might as well invite him. But that's the last time I saw him. And the last time I don't even know if I talked to him when I was there. Not very much, if I did. So, thanks, Peter. How's home? You missed all the good weather. Peter was down here hanging out for the winter down here in Vancouver Island, and I believe he lives in sunny Edmonton, Correct me if I'm wrong. I know it's one of the bigger suburbs of Alberta, but yeah, he was out here doing quite a bit of exploring. It was a blast hanging with you, buddy. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. But I love hanging out with you guys. I mean, I hang out with you guys here, but it's even better when you actually get to hang out with them in person, right? Because then I get to let down my hair a little bit, even though I don't have any left. And yeah, just be me. And I think I'm pretty close to being me on here as I am in reality. I just don't swear on here. Got to keep it child friendly. No, I didn't feel nothing. I don't know when it was, but the last few days I've been in bed by like 7, 8 o'clock and sleeping right through and trying to rest up and get my body back to normal. You know what, Norm? That's a pretty good idea. Like a Propex one. I've seen a lot of people put those in their Volkswagen vans because they are nice and small and they work the same as a diesel heater, just a little bit nicer to work with, I imagine. You just got to have the tank, though. That's the bigger problem is with Propex. You need a big tank. I have a huge tank under here. And yeah, it works great. I mean, I can't remember the last time I filled this thing up. It just goes and goes and goes and goes. Jansen for the school bus or the Volkswagen bus. And hello, Alberta. Don't call me sir. It sounds like you're working at McDonald's again. Strathmore. That's close. Hey, sober. How's it going? Okay, there you go. Sober knows more than me. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to go check him out on his channel and find out what's going on. I don't have a clue, and frankly, I'm better off not knowing nothing. So try to be that bigger person, I guess is what it's called. I have some weird questions coming up on my thing there about Jose, and Jose had come and hung out with me, and some weird people are asking some really stupid, saying some nasty things, and I've had to delete them and try to answer them with love, but it's like, what's that got to do with me? You guys are crazy. So my bus, Jansen, the one I'm in now, it's not for sale. The school bus is not for sale. I've decided I'm going to try and sell my Volkswagen bus. And I was only kidding, Alberta. I'm going to take one last tour. The Volkswagen doesn't work. Like if I had something that was good all year round, I would keep it, but it's not. So when I come back here, I can't really use it. And most of the year I'm gone. So it doesn't work for me. So I'm going to take it out this summer. It's going up for sale. We're going to travel around, see if we can sell it. And then we'll come back and rethink things then, because I would love to buy one of those Japanese ones. I don't know. I just, one of those things. John, it is. Are you the one that, oh, you're the one that has yours. I was meaning to, when I was in Kelowna on my way back through, to pop by and see you. Because you live way up on the ridge. I love it up there. But my van was acting up, so I didn't even bother getting a hold of you. Hang on a second. He just got rid of my chat. There we go. Bedtime for him. And you're absolutely right, Robin. Yeah, you can only help so much. Right? That's the whole thing. Margot, 9 a.m., 110 miles southwest of Port Alice. Oh. Oh, wow. That was only on Thursday morning. Nope. But one of the things is, this place has been hit with, it probably gets an earthquake every day, or probably 2 or 3 every day. Because, and now that we have all the sensing, help me, the ability to sense them, they show up a lot more. So, then they get noted, but that is a fairly big one. Adam, it's a Japanese bus. They import them now because they're not allowed to have older than a certain year. So you're going to find a lot of places will be importing newer, not Volkswagens, Toyotas, and those kind of mini buses. And they are quite fancier and quite different than the ones we have here. So they import them over and you pick them up on a fairly decent price. 4-wheel drive, don't even look like it. But yeah, so Japanese buses are imported. I think the ones I were looking at were 10, 15 years old and beautiful shape and yeah, pristine and stuff. So, but do I need another vehicle? That's why I'm thinking, well, no, I'm going to keep the school bus. The only thing I need have left to work on here is I have something went wrong with my front end. So I don't know if it's a tie rod end or a ball joint or something, but something has to be looked at and stuff like this. But I'm not worried about it because the Volkswagen needs fixing first. The Volkswagen has tons of life in it. I've had it for the last 5 or 6 years, totally maintained it and everything. It's been rebuilt by a professional. The engine was rebuilt by a professional Volkswagen mechanic, who was a very good friend of mine. Young fella bought it, and he bought all new suspension for it. And a third friend of mine bought it, and then he cut out all the rust and redid all the painting for it. And then basically I got it and put some stickers on it, well, decals, so vinyl wrap, made it into the 8-ball special, redid the interior of it and the back end and stuff like this, and now have a fridge, solar panel, USBs, 12-volt charging. It's got a lot of neat things. You can jump in it. You don't have to live the van life. You can go experience the van life. And the best way to experience van life is in a Volkswagen van. I'm telling you, you're going to put so many smiles on so many people's faces. It's redonkulous. People peace signing you or pulling up to you when you're at the gas station. I used to have one of those. Blah, 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 blah. It's an experience to have. That's why I have them. So. Equipment. Sue wants to know about equipment. Equipment, yeah, that's the word. There's bebopping all over the place. Yeah, that's what they do is they actually, they have all the size monitors, I think they're called, to find out what's going on. I don't know the one that not the Kia bus, but I was looking at it's a Toyota. I can't remember the name of it, but the other one is a Alphard, Alphard. That'll show you what kind. I believe it was the other Japanese one. So Toyota and sorry, my brain isn't right on very good, Mark. There you go, Robin. Weekend Warriors rock. I'm telling you. I did it. Well, I'd head out for a month in my Volkswagen. When I was working, I would head out and I'd usually take a month or 2 holidays. And I would take off in my Volkswagen, go travel from Vancouver Island here, all through the interior of BC and head out to see my kids in Alberta, through the Rocky Mountains and putter back home. And yeah, the Volkswagen was great for that. This one's a bit different because it doesn't have the pop top on it. But you can't use a pop top when you're sleeping in town or at Walmarts and stuff like that because you don't want to stick out like, a sore thumb. But it's fun. I'm glad somebody noticed that, Shadow. The first time the Jansen, there was when I was in Ontario, it was $2,300 just for the motor, and another $4,000 plus just for re-ing it and putting all the parts and stuff in. The second time I did it, it was $2,600 all in, and a way better motor. The other one was full of carbon and crap like that. I don't know why they put it in because they would have pulled the manifold off. They would have pulled the valve covers off. They should have went, no, we don't want this motor, and sent it back. It's a chance you take when you do those kind of things. But the second guy that put it in is a good friend of mine. So we literally stripped it down, tore off the heads. We checked all the pistons, all the bearings, everything in it was tip-top shape. It had actually been rebuilt before. So it's not only a 350 anymore, it's a 355. So yeah, life is pretty happy with it. We're not burning any oil. That got lots of pickup. I'm really happy. So 26 all in. So yeah, it was a hard year. $10,000. Could have bought a brand new crate motor in. LJA. Hello from Hamilton, Hammytown, Dirt City. I got stuck there for like 2 days when we were talking about engine breakdown. So before my first one blew up, there's a mall just off the 420 or whatever the name of that highway is, like the big bridge that goes over from Hamilton, where all the big ships take the canal to Lake Erie. And I was sitting in there going like, I don't know if I can make it over that hill. I don't know if I can make it over that hill, the big bridge. So I waited till late at night when the traffic slowed down. Then I ran for it. It's great. Louisiana, hello, living your second childhood. Texas Rose. Jansen, man, that's cheap. I was thinking upwards of 10K. Yeah, a used motor, a Chevy, 1993 Chevy motor. You buy them for like $200 to $500 out here, out west. If you have to look for it, 2,300 was a bit expensive. So, yeah, that was one dirty couple days because I was playing mechanic and I was tearing everything apart, and I stopped at a Canadian Tire and a Walmart, and I ended up in this mall, and it was so hot. You guys get so hot down there, and I'm covered in grease and sweat, and like I was ready to die. It was crazy. LA, I love LA. We love it. Randy Newman. Yeah, it is very humid. I love it down there, though. I have lots of friends. Willy Wonka is one of them. My buddy, what does he go as, a Glover or Glover or something like this? Ken DeVries. He's a cool buddy of mine. I have a couple high school buddies that live down there. So try to make my trek and hang out in southern Ontario for a while. Anyways, we're half an hour into this thing. My next doctor, I wish I had a doctor. My heart specialist has sent me in for one more test. My GP end up deciding that she wants to spend more time. She's a traveling GP, so she has a practice here, and then she travels to remote places. Well, while she's here, she's devoting her time for people in palliative care. So she got rid of her patients. At the same time, another doctor from the same clinic left and moved. So they dumped a crap load of people like myself, and you can't get the new doctor in town here. And we're like 160,000 people, and we have one walk-in clinic. So my respirologist phoned me up, and they wanted to book me an appointment, but since I hadn't talked to her in 6 months, I had to get another referral. I'm like, that's not going to happen. Like, I am not going to go hang out, especially where this clinic is. It's a pretty shady place in town, and you have to be there first thing in the morning to try to get some kind of appointment for sometime later that afternoon. It's like, so what I think I'll do is I'll just hit a hospital up in a small town and go visit them when things get rough on me. I've got lots of medications and lots of stuff to take care of me. We're still working on the CPAP. So I was in there yesterday, and they put me on another O2 sensor because I guess my O2 keeps dropping below 90, but it was doing it like 16, 18 times a night, and they think that they've got it regulated. I checked it a few times last night, and we were doing pretty good. So I think they got it dialed in. So let's hope that gets dialed in. The only problem is I have to give the machine back because all they're doing is testing right now, and they give the machine back until the government gives me the okay for them to buy one for me. I won't be here for it, so I'll just have to take my chances with sleep apnea for a couple months while I'm on the road. It's okay though. How's Mr. Bridges doing? Thank you for the reminder to everybody in the room. Hit that button down there that says thumbs up. You guys are doing really good at it because it says there's 54 people in here, and so far we got 41, so that's pretty good. Marzan Worldwide, what's up? Hello, New York City, the town that never sleeps. Yes, I have COPD, emphysema, and asthma. Yeah, lucky me. I take 2 long-term puffers, and I have a rescue one and a pill I take. So, and my respirologist says, next you're going to be going on oxygen. I don't want to be reliant on oxygen. It'd be nice to have a small ball in here to blast it once in a while when I'm feeling crappy, but I just need to keep up the water, and that way you don't dehydrate, because the more you dehydrate yourself, the more problems you're going to have with your heart and your lungs. So make sure that you're covered and make sure you drink lots. So, BiPAP? I got a BiPAP. Don't know what a BiPAP is. Is that? I have no idea. Oh, Acadia. That sounds like French places. It is tough to put a mask on and fall asleep for the first while. I know when I first put it on, it improved quite a bit, but yeah, it's a pain in the butt. You got to make sure it's clean, because if you clean it, it feels better. Right now, I got a lot of fur on my face, and that's making it want to stick. So I get a lot of seepage from it, and it makes some pretty funny noises in the middle. And I didn't do that, but it's my my mask vibrating from the air escaping from it. It's pretty funny. Oh, okay, that's different. I was reading your BiPAP analysis. I actually have a shower outside of my bus, and what I need to do, because we have been getting some really nice weather here, I need to fill it back up. So I'm the kind of guy that has the 4-inch black pipe, and then I put in a tap on one end and an air pressure gauge in it, and I fill it up, tap it off, and when you're ready to use, I have a little tire pump in the back of the van. I pressurize it up to 30, 40 pounds, turn on the tap. I have a hose with a garden hose on it, so it has the shower head, hang it from the wall. Nothing better being out in the wilderness while you're having a shower. And I can do it anywhere, as long as I can leave my shorts on and stuff like this. That has to come down to it. But yeah, I've had one. I was contemplating taking it off and putting it on the Volkswagen for this trip. The government will actually pay for mine, Norm. So I'm just going to wait for it. I'm pretty sure it's all the process right now. They're just trying to get it dialed in for me. I guess I'm one of those guys with being my lungs are so bad that my oxygen levels aren't staying sturdy. And like people have told me, like, dude, you stop breathing when you're sleeping. And I'm like, well, doesn't everybody? I guess not. Hey, Ron, how you doing? Good afternoon, sir. Hope you're working on the, what is it, a 32 coupe or something like that. It's a pretty special ride. Hopefully it's ready for a tour by July or August. I love that. I humbly suggest. That's cool. I love it when people say that, right? When people tell you got to do this, it's like, oh, really? I could tell you a story. Brent, you just need to let go. I got 2 words for you. You just need to let go. Well, buddy, I got 2 words for you too. But vitamin D, zinc, and vitamin K. I'm gonna have to check that out. I do check things. Like I did a lot of stuff with my rheumatoid arthritis with the health food stores. My mother's good friend was like one of the people that owned the stores, so she was always bringing me new stuff, trying to stop my rheumatoid from expanding. And I think I even tried blue pond scum at one time, but it's yeah, I'm deteriorated now, so whatever. It's like it is what it is. Hello, Idaho. Is that the one right next door to Washington State with that thin little thing that comes down there? I think so. Us Canadians don't know our states all that well unless they're touching close to where we are and we've been there. Yeah, I shower at like I have a gym membership. I go to the swimming pools and stuff like that. When I'm here in town, I also have tons of friends, and it was when you hit the road. Even when I hit the road, I find so many different places to shower. So having one in the van means carrying extra water and doing a lot of extra things that you need to do. So I chose not to go to have a bathroom that you have to carry fresh water, gray water, black water. There's a lot of things that you have to take into consideration when it's just, "Ah, I'd like to have a shower in my van." And so would I. But then when I start evaluating everything else I got to do for it, I'm like, I wouldn't mind getting one of those hot shower on demands. I was looking at those things. I just can't really afford one right now. And you can suck your water right out of the creek and it sucks it into your hot water propane tank. And you can put a green tank in or hook it up to a 20-pounder and boom, instant shower. So that's another thing to try and do too. So I'm looking at options. Seaside, you're late. I hope you have a note from your mom. Basically, emphysema, COPD, and asthma are basically all the same thing. You have crappy lungs. Yeah, I thought that was. Idaho does touch it. It touches, I think it's Alberta, though, I think. Seaside, those are two different diseases. Oh, they're two different. Okay. Sandy, everything is great, dandy, and fine. Same old guy with the same aches and pains, still struggling to breathe. That's my normal. So I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that, Kay. I was actually trying to hook up with the company too because they had an ad out that you want to win one, blah blah blah. So I did that. I think it was more of a scam to spam my email, right? With like, hey, have you heard the new this? Have you heard the new that? I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested. So yeah, he's got one. I actually seen him using it there. It was pretty cool. So it's 10 o'clock in Scotland. Hello, Scotland. Is this Claire? I was watching what's the name of that show? When Claire's in it. And there's a Scotsman calling her all the time. Anyways, I loved how he pronounced your name, and you probably pronounce it the same, but it just sounds beautiful. Hmm. Lady in the blue van, she's awesome. Like we have some pretty funky conversations. She's a great lady. Lorraine's been around for a while, hanging out and popping in and popping out. I gotta come up and visit you again. I just got back from Toronto, and anytime you want, honey, let me know. We should go somewhere, and that's what it's all about. It's about going out and meeting new people, hanging out, and doing great things. That's what we're doing. What we're here for, to enjoy life. Oh, that's not good, Elf. Hope they. I hope they're stainless steel because metal ones might rust. I guess you need oxygen actually to make them rust, but that's your lungs. I think they're between $300 and $500 for the hot shower Seaside. Depending what you want with them, you get them fairly cheap, but then you're not having the one with the pump on it, and yeah, you want to get where you can just throw water into a bucket. But you can also get the cheap ones here for like under $100. That is strictly just a pump, but you got to boil your water and heat it up and throw it into a bucket. Where this is propane driven, so it's pretty good, right? Okay. Be nice to everybody. So, what do you say? Anybody want to this book here? I can send out to you. Okay. I'm going to let one of these go here. We're going to do the same thing Brent always does. We're hooked up to good Wi-Fi, so nothing should happen. Again, this is book Kassi G. I call her Cassandra because that's what her daddy called her. It's by my good buddy Willy Wonka, who was in the room, and he probably fell asleep. But his name is Peter, and this is his lovely daughter, who not only did she write the book, but she also did all the artistry in it. And she wants to start writing more and more. These are going to be like the trilogy of Dr. Seuss, but it's all following the adventures of Mortimer the duck. And Mortimer is actually her pet duck, but he's a strange duck, kind of like me. And basically, what she's going to do is write stories about, because he goes around the house. She told me, he goes, every time I run the water for the bath, he freaks out and starts flapping his wings and freaking out and sits there next to her. She goes, so I can let him into the bathtub, right? Like, wow, that's crazy. I might know dogs that do that. Yes, we are all strange ducks, that's for sure. So she has got this, and I'm going to have to put everything up. I'll get you guys all the links and everything for Amazon and stuff where she has her books on. So if you don't win, go support a beautiful young lady. She's got a beautiful daughter who loves me to death. She might be sitting with her mom and grandpa right now watching me. But what I'm going to do is we're going to give one of these, and I'll make sure that I put it in the links below. Okay. So I'm going to, which I always do, is find a piece of paper, find a pen. I'm going to write down the number between 1 and 100. Did I freeze? Everybody, have I frozen? Margot says I froze. Okay, no, it says we haven't. No freezing. Oh, okay. Margot, you're going to have to refresh if you can hear me. Now, just let me have a quick little look back here. My kid looked. You do look like Hannibal Connector when you wear one of these masks. It's hilarious. And not you, but I mean, we do, right? You just imagine somebody coming to hang out with me for an evening, and I have to put that stupid thing on. Yeah, I'm just going through to see what you guys are saying. Okay, good enough. So we're gonna pick a number between 1 and 100. Okay, I wrote it down. It's behind the sticker. Trust Brent to have a Pabst Blue Ribbon sticker. Notice it's not used because I won't put it on there. Hey, mark it, set, go. Let's see who's going to win this book. Between 1 and 100. Look at you guys go. Come on, come on. Oh, there you go. John Maley. Are you serious? You got to do this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop, 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 stop. 68. John Maley, if you guys want to scroll back and have a look just to make sure. I'm going to write your name on there, John. Here's a funny thing, you guys. I've never met John. He won the toothbrush. How do you do this, John? Everybody's still. It has been won. The book has been won. But the bright side is I have two of these. Now, these ones here are a little bit harder to use. So if you choose not to, well, you can also give it away as a gift. But I'm going to give away two of these ones here. And these are downloads for your ebook. So if you have an ebook, you might want to do this. I don't know if you can actually put them on your laptop. I have no idea. But yeah, we're going to figure that out. But stay tuned, because in the next 5-10 minutes, I'm going to give out one of these to just figure things out. Is there anybody from Northern BC in here? Hey, it's Dusty. How are you doing, Dusty? You're late, I hope. You better have a note from your mom for being late. I posted a video last night That means you're not keeping up with my videos, Dusty. So I'm not sure what to say about that. Nah, he says he's just lucky, Seaside. He's a lucky guy. The toothbrush is amazing that I gave him. I'll tell you that, I love it. Northern California. Oh, really? So LGA, look at you. You have a good chance to win another one book that you can share with the kiddies. That's what it's all about. These books are made basically, well, you guys can read them too, because they're going to be a lot of fun to read. But it's basically something you might want to pass on to your grandchildren or your children's children or your grandchildren's grandchildren or, you know. Oh, hello, Comox. And Abbotsford, BC, Kim Slater. Welcome to the chat. Here we do, hanging out here. Screw the cats. It's just for me. I probably is your, because I did check with everybody and everybody said everything's fine. I'm showing 2 out of 3 bars. So I use this all the time. So it will be fine. And there you go. That's why you got T-Mobile. What the heck is a T-Mobile? I'm Canadian. Look down T-Mobile. T-Mobile shows up is when I'm actually Jordan River. When I'm hanging out at Jordan River, I have to pay. I used to have to pay extra for your internet, but not anymore. We're covered by that way, I think. Hi, Kyra. We got rid of one of Mom's books, right? We're gonna try to get rid of some more. Then Mommy can buy you that new car. How old is Kyra now? 10? 9? She just had a birthday. I know that. Okay. Well, Jose, you just need to learn how to do it properly. That's all. Boring housework is boring. Try living in a small van. Like I cleaned up this morning. It's not too bad now. But every time you turn around, there's a mess because every time you turn around, there's like wind. It's like a tornado in here. Just turned 9. See, I was close, wasn't I? I just said that. Yeah. I watch them. I stalk those guys on their Facebook, so I know all these crazy things. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have to give Dusty a bit of a break. Dusty was out visiting his mom and dad. I don't know what cleaning their marker is, but he gave them flowers, so that's all that matters. That's a good man, Dusty. I'm telling you. So I was asking if anybody was from northern British Columbia because that'd be neat to go pop into you, and I'm not too sure which route I'm going to be going. So we're going to be heading up there here like in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I hit the road. Okay, anybody else? Am I lagging? You might want to close the everything or reboot your Wi-Fi or move closer to it or close this completely and go search for it again on your thing there. %90? Wow. Yeah, they threatened me with that too. My GP threatened. I was reading your thing there, Norm. And when I first got diagnosed with sleep apnea, I didn't really believe it was. And then I went and saw an ear, nose, and throat specialist, and they said, dude, you're dehydrated. So when I started drinking lots of water, everything seemed to get better. So, and it was sad because I was actually a driving instructor. So can you imagine a driving instructor losing his license? Then he'd be losing his job, and then he'd be losing his license to have a job. And yeah, okay, buddy, enjoy your supper. What are we having tonight? Something good, probably. Well, it is a bit harsh on it, but one of the things that was happening to me because of my dehydration, I would start to cough, and I would almost black out when I coughed because I was so dehydrated. And when you tell your doctor you're kind of like going to pass out behind the wheel because you cough, they get a little scared. So be careful what you talk to your doctor about. All plant based. Hello, UK. The beautiful UK. stone right here was actually painted by me by a lovely lady in Penticton, BC, who's from the UK, and she gave it to me in 2020. And she does all of these and paints them and lacquers them. It's just beautiful. And I was like, I want one of those. So there you go. It hasn't happened in years, Robin. But yeah, it was. It was something that I had to take care of. But you got to be careful because some doctors, like, they do one test and they tell you what it is. And I'm like, okay. Can I get a second opinion? Yeah. So, I've taken move you guys around, but I do have places in here that are weak because where I'm parked, I park myself quite a ways away from where the Wi-Fi is. So if I get up and move, sometimes it knocks me off. So I'm not going to move. I could have showed you around. The Volkswagen's looking really good. I got the roof rack all redone, so it's well, not redone, but reorganized. So I'm getting ready to go back into the shop and finish up some stuff there. I got all my mags and new tires put on. So once they get the suspension all done to it, it's going to look like a real beautiful machine. Now I have to figure out what tools I got to bring with me, and I can hardly wait. Okay. Really? So when I took my driving instructor test, my rheumatoid. So I started off with heavy duty machinery, fresh out of high school. I started working on that. Excuse me. 10, 15 years later, my arthritis started to act up and I couldn't be working on them anymore. And I bought my own business, pest control, blah, blah, blah. And then I couldn't walk anymore and long distances. And then I started working in the restaurant business and because I started in it when I was a kid and being management front end kind of stuff. So my jobs kind of started like really hard, a little bit easier, like physically, right? So all that physical. And when I quit my last job, I was actually doing landscaping. And it was really neat because all it was on one big compound. And I would travel around, do a little bit every day. I told the owners, I said, 4 hours a day, 4 days a week. That's all I'm going to work for you. They said, fine, no problem. So I would go out and do that. Well, when I stopped being able to do that, I'm like, now what do you do, Brent? Because your body's falling apart. You can't. And then also this ad came up, driving instructor. So I went to become a driving instructor. And it was funny because they took me for a ride and they took me on what would have been a road test. And then they come back and they take you in the office. So how do you think you did? I'm like, good. I really followed everything. He goes, you would have failed if we were a kid, 16 years old, trying to get his license, or 17 years old. I'm like, what? Then he started going over everything I did. I'm like, are you crazy? I guess so hard for kids to do it. But yeah, they don't. The province doesn't test you. The owners test you. And then they retrain you. And it's really neat because when they retrain you, you start to realize how much work it is for these young kids to get it, because all us people, we have been driving for so long that we become, how you say, lazy. There's nobody behind me. Why do I got to put my signal on? Oh, I'm going to swing wide because it's too hard to get into that first lane. Oh, what? Complete stop. There's nobody at the intersections. I slowed down and looked. All those kids have to follow every rule of the road to a T. It's amazing. And the neat thing is I started to realize it. I started practicing what I preached. And I was one darn good driver. And you know what happened when I quit my job? I went back to being lazy. But hang on. My knees are killing me from sitting for so long. So yeah, it was. I became not as lazy, but I really acknowledge what they're teaching because A lot of us, when we got our licenses, were usually in smaller towns. Well, they were smaller when we were young, and there was a lot less traffic. And now all these young kids that go out when they're inexperienced really need to be top notch and really need to know what's going on around them, because there's so much more things that they need to worry about, you know, like major intersections. Like, when I was in my town, there was no 6-lane intersections, and stuff like that. So it was a bit difficult to adapt to, but once I got it, it was amazing. Anyways, Mortimer the Duck ebook. Now, if you don't want an ebook, but you have somebody you want to give it to, here we are. This is Mortimer the Duck ebook edition. We're gonna give away 2 of these. I'm gonna write down one number now, and I'm gonna go grab the other one when we're done. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is, so you guys see, 68 has John Maley written on it. I'm just gonna draw a circle around it. You see that? And I'm going to write another number on here. And it's going to be between 1 and 100. Like I was going to change it up. Go. Between 1 and 100, an ebook. If you're not interested in an ebook, don't bother guessing. But start guessing your numbers, and we'll see who will win the next one. By the way, when you do win, you will have to email me at Brent. Keep going, guys. My email will be down there below too. Oh, we go. Marzan Worldwide, number 17. What's your name, Marzan? Is that your name? Is Marzan your name? Yes, she says. Yes, I never win anything. Woohoo! Angel, I love your name. Okay, Angel, I put your name as Marzan Worldwide. So that one there, like this. WW Angel. Okay. Jose, you need to listen. 17, Marzan. Right? We got that one. I have to try to get up again. We're going to do another spiel on this. I'm going to wait a sec. Okay. So again, we have the book written by Kassi G of her pet duck who hangs around with her daughter Kyra. They hang around the farm, and the duck thinks it's human and hangs out. He knows everything they do, all the habits that we have. So it hangs out, and it's got lots of good stories about it. And she wants to make it into a whole bunch of a series of books. And I really want to help her achieve her dream because I love her dad so much. Okay, we're gonna pick one more number, and it's gonna be between 100 and 200. Go. America, go. Between 100 and 200. Between 100 and 200. John and Kay. John, between 100 and 200, John. There are 3 numbers you got to use between 1. Oops. I don't think John wants to win. I almost forgot what my number was. It's taking so long. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should have stayed between 1 and 100. You guys are getting close, a few of you. There you go. LJA has won with 111. LJA, you got a first name? Lori Jack Anderson. Why would Lori have the middle name Jack? Well, it could be a boy's name, right? Yes, Lee. Okay. So down below, it's not there yet. I will put my email address there. You guys need to get a hold of me through email. And then once you do that, you guys need to give me your mailing address. So a name, mailing address, blah, blah, blah. And then I will get those off to you as soon as I acquire them. Sound good? That's awesome. We'll do this again next week because I have some more stuff, right? And we're supporting a nice young lady who is trying to fulfill I was going to say fantasy, but it's not a fantasy. She's actually doing it. So a dream. There we go. So you guys are all great. LJ wants me to hang on. Okay, I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on. Oh, you don't have to. What the heck were you guessing for? So I was kind of saying, but you know what though? Not Lee. You are Angel. What I think you should do, Angel, is I think you should find somebody and pay it forward. That's what we love around here. So that's what we do, especially in this community. Is it's friends helping friends helping friends. So I do stuff for people and help them out, and in return, they go and help somebody else. So I just helped you out. It's time for you to maybe go help somebody else out. How's that sound, Angel? What do you think? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, it's Lee. Sorry. Yes. You're right above. Yeah. Anyways, I saw that, but if you look at the comments, it's Marzan's first, and right below it goes into the next sentencing. For me, it did. So I just went, "Oh, what? That's cool, Brent." But I'm like, okay, never mind. It's not kindness. It's just what we're supposed to be doing in this world, is helping one another. And Kassi got a hold of me, where Dad got a hold of me, and then Kassi got a hold of me, and I said, "Listen, this is what I'm doing, and I'd really love a little bit of a help, to be able to put it out there and maybe have some people have a look at it. So if any of you guys are interested in it before I put out the next one, you're more than welcome to go down below, check out my link below, and in the descriptions you'll have her books. So be kind, be nice, and get a hold of people and buy things for people and move on. And then if people text me because they think they're special, they know I'm on the live. And thank you, LJL. Thank you very much, Lee. Yeah, it is. It's one of those things that we need to be a little bit more kind to people and be nice, because the world is an ugly place at times, and I think that all we need to remember is that we need to be the good people, right? And stay out of the negativity of life. And the other thing I like to tell people is, like, the more negative think, the more negative you're going to attract. So always think positive. I know we get angry and we get frustrated and stuff like this, but stop and take a look at where you're at. And I'm sitting in this beautiful school bus that's covered by natural wood, and I'm like, life's pretty good. You're homeless. No, I'm not. This is my home. Find the positive in things. So, anyways, put your link for where we can get the book. I am going to do that. Your grandchildren may like it. Get it for them anyways. If they don't like it, they can pay it forward, and they can pass it on to their friends. So we're going to put the links in the bottom. I'll have my email in there. Probably My Patreon will be in there too. Right? Okay, we're not homeless. We got a mansion. This is a mansion compared to what I'm moving into. This is my house. This is my condo next door. You guys see my condo? No, windows are too bright. Never mind. Yeah, houseless. No, I don't have a sticks and bricks, but it sure looks like one on the inside. I have a shower. It's in the back. I actually saw it. We had these last couple of days where it was really, really hot out. I'm like, oh, I should have filled it up. Freaked everybody out. It's Kim. I'm going to tell you something. It's a blast, but it takes a certain kind of person. It's not easy. Oh, like what? Why is he asking me this? He's already been. I just got a text. Well, not a text, but it's an old text from Peter. I thought you were going live today. I'm late, Peter. He's eating dinner. Oh, never mind. So we've been on for an hour and 11 minutes. That means Brent has spent way more time than he expected to. I want to say I love you all. I think everybody is wonderful in this world. We just got to be nice to one another. Be nice to your pets, right? We need to get out and experience life, as you all know. And if you don't know, Brent's body's in really bad shape. Basically, I've had conversations with 80-year-old people that probably have the same kind of stuff that I have. And I'm turning 60, so it's not a lot of fun being younger and feeling older. So I do the best I can with what I got. I love hanging out with you guys and posting my daily crap on here. Sorry you didn't get a video yesterday. I've tried uploading it 3 or 4 times. I might have put it on 4K or something like this. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to reload it and then retry to do it again so that you have one for tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. Wait till you see this. I'm going to take you somewhere tomorrow that will blow your minds. Okay. The dude is sleeping up there. Here. See if you can see him. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. I know, my bed's not made. Dude. Did you see him? And 4 years older does not make me a baby, Kim. We'll be giving the dog lots of hugs and kisses. He's been out running around all day, hanging out with the boys. So he's really, really happy today. And he just decided to climb in here. And the door was open. He came in and climbed in and went to bed. So he's had his day. So he's tired. So that's it. So again, thank you all for coming and hanging out. I will try to be on here again. I'm trying to be on here every Saturday at this time between 12 and 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'll do my best. Sometimes I just don't have the Wi-Fi to do it, and I travel. What can I say? So with that, peace. Peace. Love. Okay, let's try that again. Peace, love, and granola, guys. Okay, we'll talk to you all soon. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you enjoy the books winners. Don't forget to hold of me. I'm out of here. I'm trying to get out of here. There we go.